What's up, YouTube? Back at y'all with another reaction video. Got me and my twin. Charlie got the glitzy checking in with Brittany, who?
Just Brittany.
Just Brittany. She always got to make it simple. But we at y'all with another reaction video. You know what we want y'all to do. We want y'all to like, comment, share, subscribe. You know, we just finna go ahead and just see what's going on. We always gonna try to bring y'all positive vibes, energy, and bring y'all a lot of information. Don't believe nothing we telling y'all. We ain't conspiracy theorists or nothing like that. We just looking like y'all looking. You know, but while we looking, we just want y'all to wake up. We need everybody to wake up. We all be sleeping in the Matrix. Let's get it though.
There's a picture of the man who wrote the King James Version of the Bible, or at least he's given the credit for writing it. He was a supreme slave master, King James. In fact, it was King James who threw slavery into high gear. In fact, it was the slaves were brought to Jamestown. They named, in 1619, they named the place where they brought the first slaves after King James, the Bible man. Okay, so we have to start really looking at these things. Of course, King James dealt very, very highly in witchcraft. Most of us are familiar with his book, the Bible, but how many are you familiar with his other book? Is there anybody here familiar with his other book? He also wrote a book on witchcraft. And this is a library book, so I didn't write it or anything, but you can send the pictures back up here, because I need to keep them together. Thank you. Oh, okay, send them around this way. This is a picture, this is a copy of King James's book on witchcraft. It's a book on witchcraft. He deals with the art of imitation. See, the media is all about imitating. Imitation. Children were often
Did y'all know what else King James wrote? I thought it was just King James, had a section in the Bible or something, but we learned something every day. Let's keep going.
He used to be in witchcraft. Listen to his first big mission he got from his spirit guides on Halloween.
I remember my first big mission in New Orleans, the day of Halloween. Before we went outside to go pray over streets and businesses and people and all these things, I thought I was blessing people, but I was really cursing them. I asked the spirit guides, hey, don't we need permission? Don't we need to ask them before we come here and bless them? Don't I have to seek some type of spiritual approval? This is what each and every single one of my spirit guides, I had 7, told me. Emmanuel, their participation in Halloween is their agreement. It is the open door. It is how you guys are able to not have to ask for permission, because they already gave permission in the spirit by celebrating. When they decorate their home and make their home participate in Halloween, you have access to their home. When they put out all the stuff in their businesses, you have access to their business. When they dress up their kids and make their kids participate, you have access to their kids. When they dress up their pets and go out with their pets dressed up, you have access to their pets.
Man, I'm telling you, stuff be real deep out here. It get deeper and deeper. We got to pay attention, though, to what's going on, because it be already in front of our faces and been here for a while. We got to just accept the fact and, accept the fact and process that we were taught wrong. Whether it was in school, by our parents, by our family, by our friends, we've been taught wrong. We have to reteach ourselves. Let's keep going, though.
You see men fall, don't laugh. Learn. Learn. Because you're on your way up. And the things that tempt people to fall, you and I are not free from that temptation, nor from the weakness that will cause us to stumble and fall. When you laugh at somebody else's fall, white or black, rich or poor, your enemy or your friend, you are laughing and opening a way for your own demise when you do that. Because to laugh and not learn, to make mockery and not to understand, is to make the same mistake yourself. Did you hear me? You see?
That's why I always tell people, I be like, God don't like ugly, and he ain't too fond about the cute either. That's just saying, don't think that, God just don't like the people that do bad, and he don't look at the ones that look down at people and turn their noses up, thinking because they do a little bit of good, it don't make them bad. We all got our faults, we all got our downfalls, you feel me? We all done failed before, And if you ain't, it's coming. You know, I don't wish nothing bad on nobody, but don't ever think your time won't come. You'd be surprised how God working them tables turn on you. But let's keep going, though.
Is there something you can point to in your life, political life, or in your life in the last 4 years that you think is a mistake that you have learned from?
I mean, I've made many mistakes. And they range from, you know, if you've ever parented a child, you know you make lots of mistakes too. In my role as vice president, I mean, I've probably worked very hard at making sure that I am well versed on issues, and I think that is very important. It's a mistake not to be well versed on an issue and feel compelled to answer a question.
There it is. You know, like parenting a child. She doesn't have any children. She hasn't parented any children. And when she became a stepmommy, those kids were adults. So I don't even know why she said that. If parenting a child, you make mistakes, that was just like a chat GPT answer. Man. And then saying like it's a mistake not to answer questions when you're not prepared to answer them. I guess she's saying I'm making a mistake right now. And I would agree with her there. But she just cannot answer basic questions. How easy to look back on your life and think of mistakes that you've made and offer one to the public. She can't do that.
Lady ain't got no kids. She birthed herself. But this is what they choose to put in power, you know. They try to put one black person in the music industry, one black person that's acting, one black person that's, you know, in politics, one black person that's in every type of field so it can give other black people hope, but they really don't want us there. But, you know, like I said, do your own research is in front of our face. Keep going, though.
As the Ukraine-Russia war drags on, Russian President Vladimir Putin has decided to move one of Russia's holiest icons from a museum to a Moscow cathedral.
He said in the 60s that Jesus was a black man.
Have you ever come across biblical icons that portray Jesus, the Virgin Mary, Elisha, or King Solomon with dark skin? If you have, then you should know that Russia has recently opened its vault to reveal biblical icons featuring darker-skinned figures. This is not an unusual depiction of biblical figures, but rather a factual representation. These icons hold deep meanings and hidden truths, sparking curious questions about history, faith representation, and the unexpected corners of religious art.
I just got one question. How you white Christians feeling now that Putin done opened up the vote? It done showed y'all what I've been telling y'all, what we've been telling y'all, you know, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus is a black man. He's a black man all day long.
Ladies and gentlemen, gather around. This video is about to uncover the truth. Get ready to be amazed and enlightened. Please hit the like button to show your support.
Oh yeah, while y'all watching, go ahead and hit the like button for me. It's right there. You see it? Okay. And over here is the subscribe button. Hit that one for me. You see it? Alright, bet. Let's keep going. Follow girl.
I took a bipolar test. What did you see?
It wasn't done.
Hi. What did you say to me? You said you read Deuteronomy 28 and you said what?
I read the whole Bible. I started when I was 5 because my mama was either going to make me sit there and listen to her read it for an hour a day, taught her to let me read it for myself. It took a while. I was a kid, you know, it's King James Version. I prayed for understanding. Maybe because I was a child and I really meant it, I was able to get it. Because I started reading, everything I was reading was not lining up with what they teach you on Sunday. And I kept reading, it kept being different. And I was a kid, so I thought maybe I was reading something wrong or I didn't have some understanding. It took me a while for me to realize it wasn't about me being right or wrong. It's the word is right. And what the word says is completely different from what they're going to teach you. I'm not going to teach you what's in that book. Got to read it. I was 5, started. By the time I was 8, I made it to Deuteronomy 28. At the end of Deuteronomy 28, I remember it clearly. I read it, I looked up, and I said, wow, really? Wow, this is awesome. I was like, I know the only people that fit what's in this book of who it says that the true house of Israel is, the lost tribes of Israel. They're lost, you know, they say they're scattered. We don't know who they are. I know who they are. It's clear. It's you guys.
What do you mean by you
The
guys?
folks that were sent through the transatlantic slave trade. The folks that are still in the lands of their captivity. Israel is in the lands of their captivity. There is no creation of the so-called Jewish state of Israel in 1948. That does not fit prophecy. There's people over there that call themselves Jews. They call their own selves Ashkenazi. If you go look at Genesis chapter 10, 1 through 5, it tells you Ashkenaz is descended from Japheth, Noah's son Japheth, not Shem. That means he's a Gentile. I'm a Gentile. You know, we're Gentiles. And I mean, like, I wasn't brainwashed. I got the Bible before they do the brainwashing of the programming. They try to make you think Egypt is white, which is ridiculous because it's Africa. So, you know, all that's Africa. So, you know, I'm thinking clearly because I'm reading, I know what's going on, you know. And, like, I was a weird kid. I thought a lot. I thought about things. And, you know, my mom, she was really cool because she never taught me no kind of hate. She taught me to respect.
So what you say about the 1/3?
Okay. That Bible that's told me the truth about the fake Jews, in Revelation 2:9, Revelation 3:9, you know they run everything. I got to throw this in there. They run everything. The media, the entertainment industry, the banking, the world, pretty much. All the wars we fight is because they tell us to go kick ass. That's what America is. We are the Satan's military arm. And why I say Satan, Revelation 2:9, Revelation 3:9. I know those who say they are Jews, but do lie, and are of the synagogue of Satan. We done read they Ashkenazi, they Japheth. I mean, it's clear.
So what you say that about the 1/3 ruling the earth?
Okay, well, here's how I know that that's true. 1/3, because that's true, so the rest of it's true. You guys' story's in there, and it's all true. Lines up perfectly. It's the only thing that makes any kind of sense. 1/3 of all nations will be left at the very, very end.
You said
and
of Israel, right?
1/3 of Israel. You guys are going to be on top, y'all.
Black people, you gotta think it's right here in front of our faces. Let's keep going though. Throw them gray.
This book is from 1589. It is a book on demonology. Written by none other than James I, or King James. The man who would have the Bible printed that carries his name. He wrote a book on demonology and witchcraft in 1589.
Have y'all heard this about King James? King James was into witchcraft. So I Googled it. This is the first thing that came up. King James sought to prove the existence of witchcraft to other Christians through biblical teachings. Demonology.
It's a lot of books to the Bible. They only gave us one. You gotta go find the rest. You gotta do your own research. I'm telling you, bro. You see how they doing us? Like, why we don't know this? And a lot of us not searching for the answers either, so can't really even blame it on all of them because it's their job for them not to teach us what the plan that they got for us. But let's keep going though. For them gray.
But she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way.
Thank you, Congressman.
That's crazy. Who y'all vote for? Are y'all gonna vote? Does it really matter? Ask yourself them questions. I ain't convinced nobody or nothing. I ain't no conspiracy theorist. I'm just saying. It's right here in front of our faces, y'all. You know, don't let them force y'all to do nothing. We got to stand up and make a change ourselves. We really should be leaving. I got another video for that, though. Let's keep going, though. For them gray.
This undercover millionaire asked the manager to have their hardest working...
Witchcraft just for a moment, and I have to ask you, what does witchcraft have to do with Halloween? Halloween is just trick or treat, children having fun, costume parties, Christians and non-Christians alike celebrating. The Christians can say, we don't think anything about the bad things from Halloween. But let's start out for basics. What is Halloween?
Well, Halloween is a celebration of the dead, and it started out with Celtic Druids years and years and years and years ago. This whole entire holiday or day was created to summons up the god of the dead, and they would basically call on the people who had passed on, who were in the graves, for their spirits to come and roam through the earth on this day that they believed that there was a veil that was thin crossing over from summer into the next one. They believed that that veil was thin going into the next season, and so because the veil was thin between the spirit world and the earth world, that the two could collide. And so that's what they wanted. It was all steeped in witchcraft. It was all steeped in communicating with the dead. That's the original root and origin of this holiday. So much so that they believed that this happened, and they felt this happening, that they would disguise themselves in costumes so that these spirits that were roaming around the earth on this day, that they wouldn't try to take vengeance out on them as a human, that the spirits would see them dressed up as a ghost, and they would pass the human by and go to the next one. And so that's where we incorporate costumes and dressing up. That's why a lot of times when you see costumes, although you see nice angels, amazing, but most of them are scary. They are horrific. They're ghouls and goblins.
And this would be tripping me out with a lot of people, not just black people, but mostly black people too. Like, we be celebrating things we don't know nothing about. Nothing about. Like, the last 3-4 years is when majority of African Americans started celebrating Juneteenth. But it's been existed, you know. But they end up giving us that day on the calendar now because, oh, now we done looked into it. But if we don't look into nothing, they're not going to give us nothing. You feel me? That's the part of their plan, you know? Like, none of y'all probably even know anything about Halloween. But y'all buy y'all kids costumes. Some people spend a lot of money on costumes. Some spend a couple dollars. Some don't spend nothing. But make sure they take their kids around and go trick-or-treat in their plain clothes. Like, but why we doing it for? I'm just saying. But let's get back to it.
And all the things that bring fear.
And by the way, if there's one spirit that we've seen rear its ugly head because of COVID, it's the spirit of fear. We don't need anything in addition to bring fear on people. But do you think, or no, I'm just curious, do witches use Halloween as a point of contact to either recruit people or harm people?
Yes, absolutely. Now, I will tell you this. For me in my life, when I was practicing witchcraft, I wasn't around witches and warlocks who were doing what I would call, like, evil things. At least in my view, it wasn't too bad, like sacrifices, killing animals, even kidnapping children, all of these things. I wasn't around that group, but I did know, which most people know, that thing does happen. This is a day that witches and Satanists look forward to, like Christians look forward to Resurrection Sunday or Christmas, celebrating Jesus. This is a holiday that people are witches, Satanists, people that are doing sorcery and magic, they are on high alert. They will rest all that whole week so that night they can be up throughout the night practicing spells, the craft, even roaming around. You notice that if you look at statistics, that night there's more kidnappings, there's more people going missing, there's more crime, there's more murders that happen. That night is like the devil's play night. And even the person that started the Satanic Church, he's passed on now, but he said he loves that Christians allow their children to participate in
worship the devil at least one night of the year.
Sick and tired of the negative, dark, divisive, dangerous vision and behavior of people who support Donald Trump. It is time for us to say no. We are not going backwards. We're going forward.
Man, I ain't gonna say nothing. This is in front of y'all face. But let's keep going though. Throw them great.
All right, Marlon, so I know how to make a mean pot of greens. In fact, people used to ask me to make greens for them for Christmas. One year, I had so many that I had to wash that we ended up washing them in the bathtub. So I am not playing around.
Black America, listen to me. I'm speaking directly to you because I am not playing around either. If I catch you voting for this woman, I'm going to haunt you. I'm going to haunt you in your dreams. There will be nowhere that you can go where I will not haunt you.
I'm telling y'all. Y'all gonna vote for that lady? Drop in the comments below. Who you voting for? This is a Halloween special right here, reaction video, but we also throwing a little bit, you know, the presidency up in there too because it's right around the corner. And this shit right in front of y'all. I see y'all grill for them gray, but come on.
Ooh, are we clearing? Wow.
Bitch Daddy, don't move. Don't move, Bitch Daddy. Don't move.
He's fried. Hell nah. Damn, you gotta watch how you be acting out here. Act like you all tough. Somebody run up on you like that in your sleep. Yeah, you act like that.
The onset dates for this disease are between, at this point, September 27th and October 11th. If there has been contaminated product within our supply chain, it's very likely worked itself through that supply chain already. What's important today is that we've taken the action to protect the American public and promote public health. The onset dates for this disease are between, at this point, September 27th and October 11th. If there has been contaminated product within our supply chain, it's very likely worked itself through that supply chain already. What's important today is that we've taken the action to protect the American public and promote public health. The onset date.
I just heard about somebody getting E. coli or some shit. Eating McDonald's. A Chicago woman. She got a lawsuit. It's crazy. Y'all gotta stop eating these fast foods, all these processed foods, man. You gotta take better care of our body. You know, I know it's other stuff y'all do out too besides eating at these fast food restaurants, but we gotta start there. If we're gonna start anywhere, that's the first place to start. They killing us, y'all. The food ain't real, none of that. Let's get back to it. Hold on, Greg.
Children. Ever got married?
Yes.
Never had any children.
Never got married and had children. Yep.
No.
Nope, not
And
one.
you need to ask these questions. Why Malcolm X daughters, none of them got married, and the only one that had the child burned up Bishop Agnes.
Ooh, didn't want them to bring back none of them ancestors.
That's what it is. It's the whole Osiris Horus thing. The heir will come and avenge the father. That's the cornerstone of either martial arts films. It comes from the ancient mythology. That is the cornerstone of mythology. So, although his children was already born and stuff like that, for some reason, they know in a certain generation that they couldn't have children.
So you said that they actually, in some ways, prevented them from doing it?
No, they tell them they got them. See these Negroes as punks.
Yep.
They go to them, they step to them and say, look, this is the way this thing going down. You can't have you can't never get married. They give them wealth, money, and all of this. But but they can't ever get married. You see what I'm saying? I mean, hell, you got 4 children, but at least one somebody gonna follow. They just gave her a condo. It's in the paper. It was in the paper. They just gave her a condo, and they paying for it. Lifetime paying for it. It's in one of these rich in the Buckhead area and stuff like that. They paying for it. But the donor is anonymous. Yeah, right. You see what I'm saying? That Her job was to become the professional widow. That's what her thing was about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that, though. You see? Yeah.
And
Well, that was
have
her
you
job.
noticed how they're like trying to, how can I
My mom passed away unexpectedly.
Scott, thank you for the introduction. And to the Gila Indian River community, nothing wrong with me. Gila River Indian community for welcoming me today. Scott, thank you.
And y'all let him become the president of his last little term he just did right here. This is who the president. Come on, man.
Introduction. And to the Gila Indian River community, nothing wrong with me.
Yes, Escambia County authorities opened an investigation on this case on October 17th, and they arrested Sykes the very next day. Now, Sheriff Chip Simmons tells me this disturbing case is unprecedented in the county.
To say it's disturbing is not saying enough.
Those words describing 36-year-old Tara Alexis Sykes. She's facing attempted murder charges.
I've never seen circumstances quite like this.
The arrest report says Sykes communicated with the child through gaming platform Roblox. It also states that Sykes' intention to commit murder started on September 1st. It says she used the messaging feature to give instructions to kill a 2-month-old. Sheriff Chip Simmons says Sykes told the child to drop the newborn head first on a tile floor.
Unfortunately, the 10-year-old did fall through and drop the infant in the kitchen floor, and that's where the infant sustained the serious injuries.
The 10-year-old was in temporary custody of 2 adults, and authorities say Sykes told her to kill them as well.
Additionally, there was conversations about cutting the throat and burning the home of the adults that the 10-year-old was temporarily staying with.
Sheriff Simmons says Sykes had a relationship with the 10-year-old and had been communicating with her over the past month.
This is not a random someone getting on that particular social media platform or any social media platform and just finding someone to start engaging in a conversation. The relationship had already been established well before the social media platform communications.
Sykes was arrested Friday at her home on the 2000 block of Tomlinson Road. She faces charges of attempted murder and aggravated child abuse. Sheriff Simmons says the 10-year-old who carried out some of the actions could also face charges.
We're still having conversations with the state attorney's office on what, if any, charges the 10-year-old will have.
Saturday's arrest was not the first time Sykes had been charged with abuse. She was also arrested in May on the offense of child neglect and endangerment. Now, the investigation is still open as authorities work to find more answers in this case, and the sheriff says additional charges are still possible. But for now, Sykes is being held at Escambia County Jail with no bond.
Man, you gotta watch your kids too, man. Like, people don't be watching their kids on you, monitoring them. They be thinking that, oh, I downloaded YouTube Kids, so they good. Oh, I download this, so they good. I let them be on there. They don't be doing nothing. It's cool. They just be watching this, but there's so much stuff on this internet. It's so broad and
so much stuff can squeeze through the cracks.
There's so much stuff that's already in the cracks, you know. You got to monitor your kids. These apps, when you download them, it say 13 years or older, 16 years or older, 17 years or older, 18 years or older. Y'all kids don't even be old enough to be on some of these apps, and they be on them at a real young age. Like, even though it's Roblox, like, you should be monitoring your kids, like, especially if it's online, they playing with other people. Let's keep going, Funnel Gray.
This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping now. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now.
I'm gonna pause that for y'all so y'all can, screenshot whatever. Be looking out for stuff like this. They all don't wear swastikas. You might see these symbols too. Let's keep going, Funnel Gray.
Don't catch you slipping now.
Y'all, they are legally.
These beings, these entities, the reps is all around us. Have you noticed? Are you paying attention? Or are you still in a delusional state where you cannot see because you choose to be blind? LeBron James have shape-shifted right on national television before our very eyes. Just like many other celebrities have done the exact same thing, I talked about this several times before they took my main page down, revealing to you who these entities are and why they're here. It's a race of them. They're all around us. They're all around us. Can you see it, or is your pineal gland calcified? Or you can't see it in the spirit because your pineal gland is calcified. You don't have a relationship with the Most High, so that's why you can't see it. They're all around us. I'm about to show you the video, and I want you to listen and pay attention. I can reveal video after video after video of these things happening, and you wouldn't believe it because it sounds crazy. But the crazy thing is, you think that we are the only ones here on earth. That's crazy. We are being visited, and we have other entities here that are not human. So you can continue to believe what you want to believe, but I'm telling you, you're living a lie. Pay attention. Remember, the eyes is the source to the soul. Watch what happens to the eyes. And no, it's not a glitch. I know it's going to be a lot of bots and NPCs in the comments saying this is a glitch. You see the slit? This has happened to so many people on national television, it's not even funny. Actually, you don't even gotta watch TV to see them. Again, they're all around you. But I don't understand the fascination. You invested into this person, this entity rather, mentally, physically, spiritually, and you don't even know him. Y'all need to wake up.
I don't know what y'all think. Y'all think LeBron shapeshifted? Did you see the slit in his eyes like a snake? I saw the little slit, but I don't know. It could be a glitch. I ain't gonna run with that one though. But
I gotta see more videos.
Right, you gotta have some better proof. So no, great. Let's keep going though.
Let me just say this to you ladies out there that sit up here and you tear your man down in front of people. And not only that, what you do is you sit up there and you paint a bad picture of him. You magnify the things that you feel like he may not have done, but all the good that he's. Let me just say this.
She might know something though. But let's keep going. Phone on grave.
I want to bless a worker today. Let's see.
Hello, St. Louis. I am reporting to advise you all to stay woke. Have you noticed every time the ambulance is dispatched for a shooting in St. Louis City, they would arrive and the person be alive and breathing, but 99% of the time the person die on the way to the hospital? Doesn't that sound a bit suspicious? The ambulance are killing your people. This is a message from Chester Goodson. Hello.
Right here in front of our face. We put it out here to show us just to prepare our man for the process.
Strike at the ports. And let me tell you something. I'm going to be the first one to let you know. I support it. I hope they go 2-3 weeks. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain. This country is treating its people like trash. They don't understand. We the ones that run this country. I don't understand why all Americans won't come together and do the same thing they doing at the ports. I don't understand why the truck drivers who was making all of their great money and they see what's going on, why don't y'all come together? Listen to me. It would change so much. We don't need to go a long time. 2-3 days, these companies will start paying what they should be paying anyway. The prices of everything is going up. The only reason why gas prices is going down right now because they want you to go out and vote. Other than that, listen to me. 2025, listen to me. If you're not paying attention, if you got any spirituality in you, whatever you believe, if you've been paying attention, you'll see that this country is on a down spiral. Why don't we all stand together? We don't need number 2-3 days. They gonna see. They gonna see, and they gonna do what they need to do. Because let me tell you something. They print that money. They print that money. They just sent some more billions. So they got it. Go stock up.
I've been telling people that too. Like, can y'all boycott these grocery stores, Walmart, all these places? You feel me? Just you can go ahead and show them, like, you know, you got to help us. We've been helping y'all for a long time, and y'all raising the price up like this, and y'all got money for us to be able to live, you feel me, appropriately without, you know, spending our whole check on a grocery cart. Like, you mess around and spend all the little cash you had left after paying your rent and your little bills. Like, you go to the grocery store and try to get some food, if you ain't getting no link, it's over with. You get up out of there, you ain't got nothing to put up in your car. Gas-wise to get back to the crib. Like, it's crazy, man. This inflation is too crazy.
Hey, this feels illegal to know.
Dollar really costs. The question is detrimental, paralyzing my thoughts. Parasites in my stomach keep me with the feeling, y'all. Gotta see how I'm chilling once I park this luxury car. Hopping out feeling big as Mutombo. 20 your punks, dollar really costs.
Every time you sit in front of the television, somebody's working on you. Someone is working to change you from a black person who knows who they are and want to be themselves to something that wants to be anything other than what it is. When if you take the New York Times to read, you think you're getting information? You are reading approved truth. Truth approved for general consumption. That's what you're getting.
She knows something. Let's keep going, though.
The Antichrist's car is already ready. Just take a look at every detail of its design. Angelic wings, a winged being at the front, and a human figure with outstretched hands mounted on it. The bearer of light, the incarnate demon who has come to bring false peace. The mysterious car, valued at $10 trillion, was filmed being escorted on a road in Southern California, United States these days. It is composed of structures made of 24-karat pure gold. Several armored cars provide containment as it travels towards a location no one knows. Are we really witnessing the Antichrist's car? We know that during his rule, no one will be able to surpass him. He should be above everything and everyone, possessing the most expensive house, the most expensive car, the most expensive life, and being treated like a god on earth. Therefore, what we see may be a sign, as there is no vehicle in the world more expensive than this. Well, in any case, the end is near, and it's up to you to analyze the images and draw your own conclusions.
I don't know about that one, y'all. What y'all think? Put that in the comments. What you think about that one?
I don't know. They be relating too much shit to other shit. But you gotta know something to come up with it, so I don't know.
Do your own research, people.
My husband is the highest paid insurance.
So they going on. Everybody not built the same. You can't expect people to keep it real with you just because you kept it real with them. Some people don't have that in them. Not all people you come across are supposed to be loyal. Some people come along just to remind you to watch the company you keep. Everybody not built the same. You can't expect people to keep it real with you just because you kept it real with them. Some people don't have that in them. Not all people you come across are supposed to be loyal. Some people come along just to remind you to watch the company you keep.
Of a dangerous business. Of the billions of dollars that flow into the American prison industry and the companies that profit from it.
Billions of dollars a year are spent to lock people up.
No nation on the planet holds more of its people behind bars. 2.3 million prisoners, as many as China and Russia combined. prison binge. We're addicted to incarceration in this country. $74 billion a year spent on corrections. More than 750,000 employees. That's more than the auto industry. Small towns trying to get in on the boom.
You were trying to get the Guantanamo detainees here at one point, right?
Hey, man, we're desperate. There are architects, healthcare, and technology companies, all after their piece of the billions behind bars.
And they spend our money on this people. You know, they invest in $73 billion a year on prisons in the United States. 2.3 million people are incarcerated in the United States. More than China and I think they said Russia put together with their incarceration system. It's crazy.
We are looking for people to...
1933 is when they started monetizing us and pledging us as collateral for the debt. Now, to register, the word register means to abandon. And when you register a car or a berth or a house, you're giving it to the government. You're giving your legal title to the government, and you only retain equitable title, which means that you have the use of that property. The government allows you to use it, thinking that you own it. Clear evidence of this is anyone who owns a house, look at their mortgage, and you're referred to as the tenant. Not the owner, the tenant. So if you think you own your house, you're mistaken. Same with your car. The reason why they can impound your car is because you registered it, and under maritime admiralty salvage laws, they come along and they adopt it. In the case of the birth registry, they adopt the abandoned child. 1933 is when they start.
The crimes that were committed by the West against the rest of the peoples of the earth are their crimes and no one else's. You were responsible for the transatlantic slave trade that ripped millions upon millions of people from their homes, from their families, from their cultures, and you invented the whole concept of white supremacy to try to justify your barbarity, classifying your fellow human beings as subhuman. And when the Berlin Conference was convened in 1884, where European powers sat around a table and carved Africa up like a piece of meat, the Congo was turned into a personal plantation for King Leopold of Belgium, where 10 million Africans were worked to death, mutilated, and murdered for the sake of rubber and ivory. The French, the British, the Germans, the Portuguese, all of them imposed their will on Africa, draining its resources, enslaving its people, and crushing any resistance underfoot. For over 2 centuries, those same British exploited India's wealth and turned that prosperous civilization into a land of famine and poverty. They massacred anyone who dared to rise up. Winston Churchill starved tens of millions of Bengalis. You colonized the Philippines, first the Spanish and then the Americans. You murdered over 200,000 Filipinos in a brutal war of subjugation. From Guatemala to Chile, from Nicaragua to Haiti, the people of Latin America have suffered under the weight of American imperialism, and their struggles for liberation are always met with bullets and bombs and death squad. The indigenous peoples of America were hunted like animals. Their lands were stolen, their cultures erased. Their children were ripped away from their arms in a policy that they called assimilation, that sought to erase their culture, erase their identity, and erase their very existence. Just stop with this nonsense. We all know you. We know your history. The crimes that were committed by the West.
Need a free phone?
Crazy.
You know, we have to stay woke. Like, everybody needs to be woke. And you can talk about if you're the wokest or woker, but just stay more woke than less woke. Yeah.
Nobody laughing but her.
I just don't like her. I don't.
She's sneaking. I don't know.
Dear Mahjong lovers, I'm a neurologist. If you're undergoing...
What's up, y'all? Come on in here and let me tell y'all about this new scamming going on against Uber drivers. Come on in.
if you drive for Uber, listen to this video all the way through. So I'm going to have to piece this video together, right? So I'm going to start by saying I was in the process of dropping off a passenger. And when I dropped this passenger off, I got another ride request. Now, with this other ride request, it was like the passenger was 3 minutes away from where I was and 3 minutes away from like their drop off, right? So I go to accept the ride, and it was immediately canceled by the rider while I was en route to pick the rider up. So as soon as the ride was canceled, I got a phone call. Very suspicious. But, you know, I'm none the wiser, so I'm thinking this is actually Uber support calling me or whatever, right? So I answer the phone, and the person on the line tells me that they were the passenger who requested the ride, but they canceled it. And, no, actually, they weren't the passenger. They said they were Uber support calling because they canceled the ride because my account is under investigation for a complaint that someone made 2 days ago saying that I was not the driver of the vehicle and this was not the correct vehicle. Now, mind you, I'm the only person that drives my vehicle, so I would love to know how in the hell I'm not the one driving the vehicle and how it isn't me. Who's actually going to get into an Uber without seeing the person that they see on the app and seeing the vehicle they see on the app, right? So that was red flag number one for me, but I'm down to listen. And they go into this whole, there has to be a verification process. Once they verify everything, I won't be able to accept any rides. Remember that part. I won't be able to accept any rides, but they'll give me a $95 inconvenience fee or something for my wasted time, and because I won't be able to accept trips while they're doing their quote-unquote investigation. So me being me, I'm down there listen, because I got a feeling it's a scam call, but I'm going to listen to see what y'all going to say. So they go on to verify whatever, but I'm going to tell y'all where it got really weird. They started asking me, like, what was the balance in my Uber wallet, which I gave them. Then they started asking me the bank account that was linked. They didn't ask for any numbers because, first of all, I'm not giving out my numbers any freaking way, right? So they didn't ask for the last four digits of my bank account number. They did ask me the name of the institution. So I gave it to them. They then go on to say that they see that I have money somewhere else, and they're asking me if I have other institutions. Now, me personally, I have 3 bank accounts. So I tell them the name of those other 2 institutions. They're asking me the balances in those bank accounts. This is where it got really, really crazy because, again, I'm not giving y'all my numbers, but I'll tell y'all what's in my bank account. But it still was kind of red flaggish to me because it's kind of like, why the hell does Uber need to know what's in all of my bank accounts like they the IRS? So, y'all, as soon as I said, what the hell does this have to do with Uber? This sounds like a scam call. Y'all, they hung up the phone. Okay? How y'all gonna tell me my rides, I won't be able to accept any rides, but as soon as I told y'all it was a scam call, 1, y'all hung up in my face, and 2, I took another ride request right after that. Now, I'm doing this video to let y'all know, like, if y'all get these type of phone calls, do not continue talking to these people because you really don't know what they have the capability.
So basically, she's saying don't do what she did.
Exactly.
I'm not finna give him this, but I gave him that. I'm not finna give him this, but I gave him that. Like, you sound dumb. Y'all don't be like her at all.
We have to stay.
This is just your yearly reminder that Emmett Till, who was lynched on August 28, 1955, had his memorial shot up so many times in Mississippi that they had to install a bulletproof memorial that weighs 500 pounds and is made of steel. This happened in 2019, not 1959. 2019. And some of the geniuses who participated in this were not some old 80, 90-year-old folks. They were college kids at Ole Miss. Yep, the same Ole Miss that had racist students taunting a black student in 2024. And no, it was a completely different fraternity, too. And this is also just a reminder that Carolyn Bryant, who instigated the lynching of Emmett Till, was in hiding for many years, but she was also alive for many years and did not die until April 25th of 2023, and she was never charged. So make sure your kids know this, because even the bulletproof sign couldn't hide the percent.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Her old ass would have been dead in jail, dying.
Are you Darcy Waldron? Yeah? Okay, from Cayuga? And you think that the shooter should have been a better shot? Is that what you posted on Facebook?
I am at work.
You think that the shooter should have been a shooter, huh?
I am at work.
Yeah, I think that's pretty messed up. Pretty anti-American, if you ask me. As a veteran, I'm disgusted. What have you provided to this country? Huh? I'm sorry. This is ridiculous. You are ridiculous. And I'm making you famous. Are you Darcy Waldron? Yeah? Okay, from Cayuga? And you think that the shooter should have been a better shot? Is that what you posted on Facebook?
You tracked that
18 days after the March on Washington, Birmingham, Alabama, a bomb exploded in the 16th Street Baptist Church just before a Sunday morning service. 15 people were injured. 4 children were killed.
Mississippi Goddamn is the name of it. And I was so outraged when the 4 little colored girls were killed in Alabama in that Baptist church. I tell you, I was so outraged that I only walked the floor for hours at a time, and that's how it came out. It just came out as a complete outraged protest against the injustices of this country, against my people.
18 days after.
So at the Coke store, you can personalize a message. You can put Allah loves you. Or you could even put, let me see. Let me see, let's just try it out. Buddha loves you. But you cannot even type in the word Jesus. We cannot allow this text on the can. Everything else is good though. Even if I put, let's see, Satan.
Oh no, bro.
Hold on. Satan loves you. You can put that. You can put Satan loves you, Allah loves you, Buddha loves you. But when you type in this word, you can't even type the word in. That's crazy. That's ridiculous. So
at age 68, she works at McDonald's.
You know, we have...
Who driving, man? Because y'all don't even look like y'all can walk. Oh, shit, she had the Heisman on her ass. Oh, shit. Lean with it, rock with it. The zombies. Mr. Lee, what's wrong with them?
I don't know. Hell no, I don't know.
Solomon, what's wrong with us, Solomon? Smile for the camera. Say hi. Say hi. Oh, she can't even respond.
Hell no, she high.
Oh, shit. Oh.
Damn.
Where is my mom? I must need some milk from her boobs now. Crap.
We are looking.
I feel like something scary might happen.
I can't tell you what labels are. It's not my job.
Please.
I can't tell you. It's not my job.
Why is it bad?
It's not bad. It's not good. It's not bad. It's just not my job.
He's so tiny.
I still can't tell you.
Ew. So in this video, we see this teacher telling a young child that he can't tell them what labels are. You know, this teacher is responding by whispering, acting very secretive. The correct response, if this comes up, should inevitably be, go ask your parents. This in a silo might not seem that bad, but if you really think about it, some of the legislation that's passed recently about keeping gender identity a secret from parents. The government can take your kids away from you if you ignore that they want to transition. This is really scary ideology. This is potentially the difference between parents getting to keep their children and the government taking your child and getting to raise them how they think. And last time I checked, nobody wants the government raising their children.
I can't tell you what label.
I saw this past year that family has been a lot of people downfall. People love to say that saying, blood is thicker than water, and yeah, but that's your mama. Yeah, but That's your sister. Yeah, but I ain't subject to being treated any kind of way in the name of, you know, the relationship, what the relationship says. In the name of family, you're comfortable with telling them everything and, you know, keeping everything amongst family. This the family secrets, but they be the very same people that use it against you, hold it against you for life. You never come out of what you used to be, you know, because they always reminding you. It's a constant, they place there as a constant reminder, you know, you're not able to really grow around certain family members. So, just like I'm choosing my friends, I feel like you should be able to choose your family. Blood is not what makes us, that just makes us related. Period.
She knows something. But we're going to make this video a little short, you know. Like I said, the like button right there, you know. Thumbs up. If you don't like that shit, thumbs down. You know, fuck. React to it, though. Comment, subscribe, and share for me. We finna be out. Deuces. You already know what's going on.
Bye.
We'll see y'all later. Back at y'all with another reaction video. Might be about some staying woke stuff. Might be about some crazy activity going on out here in this world. But like I said, stay positive, stay woke, stay alive. Be safe out here, man. Phone them gray.